In the opening scene of William Shakespeare's tragedy Macbeth, three witches confront protagonist Macbeth and Banquo, a fellow Scottish nobleman, with a prophecy: Macbeth will become Thane of Cawdor and eventually King of Scotland, while Banquo's descendants will also rule the kingdom. Though initially skeptical, Macbeth becomes enthralled with the prospect of power, particularly when he is indeed named Thane of Cawdor. His ruthless ambition begins to grow as he contemplates the royal title. Lady Macbeth, upon learning of the prophecy and her husband's newfound position, becomes equally ambitious. She urges Macbeth to seize the Scottish throne by murdering King Duncan during his forthcoming visit to their castle. Despite initial hesitation, Macbeth succumbs to her persuasive arguments and goes on to commit regicide. Following the bloody act, both Macbeth and Lady Macbeth are plagued by guilt and paranoia. In order to secure their power, they proceed to eliminate any perceived threat, including their closest friends and allies. During this period of slaughter, Scotland descends into chaos under its new tyrannical ruler. Throughout Macbeth, supernatural elements further complicate the plot. Visions and apparitions haunt both Macbeth and Lady Macbeth as they grapple with their crimes. The prophecies delivered by the witches come true one by one, a stark reminder of fate's uncanny power. As the story progresses, an opposing force led by Scottish nobleman Macduff and King Duncan's son Malcolm mobilizes against Macbeth. Meanwhile, Lady Macbeth's psyche unravels as her guilt takes center stage. Consumed by mental torment and unable to sleep or find solace in prayer, she ultimately takes her own life. Convinced he is invincible due to another prophecy from the witches that declares him safe until Birnam Wood comes to his stronghold at Dunsinane Hill, an ostensibly impossible event, Macbeth remains defiant in the face of his enemies. However, as the opposing force approaches, they cut down branches from Birnam Wood for camouflage. When Macbeth witnesses these soldiers advancing, he realizes that the witches' prophecy has materialized. In the climactic end to Macbeth, Macduff confronts the tyrant king, revealing a disturbing truth: he was born via caesarean section and not of woman born, thus fulfilling another witch's prophecy. Now vulnerable to mortal harm, Macbeth's invincibility crumbles and Macduff ultimately kills him, restoring order and justice within the kingdom. Throughout the pages of Macbeth, Shakespeare masterfully blends political intrigue and supernatural elements with timeless themes of ambition, guilt, and human vulnerability. The rise and fall of a once noble Scottish lord serve as a cautionary tale against unchecked desire for power, ultimately showcasing how one disastrous choice can engulf an individual and an entire nation in tragedy. In conclusion, William Shakespeare's tragedy Macbeth is a timeless,